Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite MVP discs. Let me know in the comments below which brand you would like to see me cover next. Number 1 on my list is going to be the Proxy. We're going to start with our putters and then move towards our distance driver category. Now the Proxy is one of my favorite, if not my favorite throwing putter. I have been bagging this Crypty Crawly Eclipse Proxy for years now. This has been a staple in my bag. It's actually becoming quite understable when thrown on a hyzer, still finding all the way to flat or even potentially some late flip towards the end of the flight. Now I also have this Neutron Tattoo Stir Proxy, which is a little bit more stable at this current time. We're just gonna go over the discs, give them 2 throws, and then move on to the next disc. Let me know if you like this type of content, and I will continue to make more videos like this. But the Proxy is currently my favorite throwing putter from MVP, and there's gonna be a lot of envy people out there that probably disagree. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments below. Proxy. Oh, she wants to fly a little stable today. Maybe a little too much hyzer on it. The Proxy is one of those just dead neutral putters that hyzers tend to hyzer, flat tends to stay flat, and anhyzers tend to stay on anhyzer. It's that do-it-all putter that you just have to have in your bag. There's that neutral flight we're looking for. Just absolutely laser beam dead straight. And that is why the Proxy is my favorite MVP throwing putter. So the second disc we're gonna go over in today's video is going to be the Tangent. Now, this is gonna be a pretty spicy pick for a lot of people, but I actually like this disc much more than the Hex, much more than the Reactor, much more than any of the other in production MVP mid-ranges. We've got 2 of them that I'm gonna share with you guys today. We have a Neutron one and we have a Proton one. This is essentially just a farther flying, even straighter disc than the Proxy. Now we have a little bit of headwind coming through here, so you're gonna get to see a little bit of flip up, potentially even some turn. I know this is gonna be an unpopular pick for a lot of people, but I personally like this more than the rest of the MVP mids because it's just a lot more point and shoot. The Hexes tend to be very inconsistent for me. They're either too stable, the Fissions are too flippy. I've never had a Hex that was just right in that sweet spot for me. They just tend to be too stable for kind of what the flight numbers explain it to fly like. Now the Tangents, on the other hand, they're that perfect neg 1-1 type flight in my opinion. So we've got a hyzer staying on hyzer, and then we'll do kind of the same thing we did with the Proxy, put this one a bit straighter, show you that dead straight flight. Flying just perfectly neutral, but getting us 15 to 30 feet farther than the Proxy. Now the next disc on the list is a fan favorite. Those of you that hated the Tangent pick are probably gonna love the next pick on the list, the Crave. These 2 Craves have come in and out of my bag over the last few years. We've got this cool skeet stamped mushroom and gnome stamped one. This one is pretty understable for a Crave. Put it out on a hyzer, it's gonna flip up, give us a nice turn in the mid-flight, and it may not even come back after it turns. It just flips and turns. Then we've got this OTB one as well, also Neutron. The Neutron Craves are by far my favorite plastic. I think the Eclipse ones, again, way more stable than you want a Crave to be. And then the Fission ones are probably way more flippier than you want your Crave to be. So I would say if you want a Crave, just get like some 165 to 175 Neutron, and you're gonna get the perfect Crave flight. So that one you can see just turning all the way to the ground. That's gonna be my more understable one. And let's put this one out on a hyzer. It's gonna be that like neutral, do-it-all fairway driver that you can use on a ton of different lines. The Crave also goes just surprisingly far. For some people, I feel like the Crave is gonna go just as far as all of your distance drivers, to be honest. It's one of those discs that just goes sneaky far, but still has that beautiful neutral flight. And then you can bag a couple different ones if you wanna have different Craves that fly differently in the bag. So when I was really in love with the Crave, I bagged a Proton one, a Cosmic Neutron, and a Glow. And the Proton was the straight, the Cosmic Neutron was the stable, And the Eclipse is way more stable, and it can handle like full power forehands, no turn, and pretty much a 2 or a 3 fade. So the Crave is one of those like do-it-all fairways. If you like bagging a bunch of the same mold, the Crave is a great mold to do that with. Now the next disc on this list, you knew it was coming. It's the Trail. We've got the Proton Trail. We have a misprint of the Iceberg TV Neutron Trails. The Trail is one of the few discs that I've ever personally put my name and my stamp on. These have been sold out for a long time. If you want us to run more of these, let me know in the comments down below. The Trail, everybody knows what the Trail does. It's just neutral, do-it-all disc. It's basically the proxy of distance drivers. Slam it, flat, baby turn, baby fade. If you got a fast arm, you can get it on hyzer flips, big turnover shots. And this is a 10 speed that goes as far as your 12 and 13 speeds all day long. Kind of got over on that one a little bit. It went super far, kind of overturned it. I've been bagging, honestly, the Proton Trails more than the Neutron Trails. I feel like I can just rely on it a little bit more than the Neutrons. Pretty stiff headwind coming in, and that Proton Trail getting pretty big distance and then having a nice fade back to the left at the end. Again, the Trail is one of those molds. You bag it in a bunch of different colors to get a bunch of different stabilities. Not all MVP molds are like that, but I found that the green and yellow Trails are the most flippy, and then the gray and the red Trails are the least glidey and most stable. So if you are curious how that works out, that's how it's worked out for me. Now, my last MVP mold is going to be another sleeper pick. Let me know your final pick in the comments down below. But my number 5 is going to be the Defy. This is a mold that actually comes in and out of my bag. I have a really cool Proton Defy that's out of my car at the moment. So I figure we'll break out the old R2 Defy. It's a nice 11-speed distance driver that's a bit more stable than the Trail, a bit better for those pro-style courses and pro-style lines where you really just want to hammer something a little bit more reliably stable. Oh yeah, I also got this other Proton Defy that I don't throw very often, so I don't remember how it flies, but the Defys are pretty typically reliably overstable. I actually think the R2 Defy is the best feeling run of Defy. I got this one in my Gyropalooza box last year. If you want to save $10 on your Gyropalooza box, use my link in the description below. A little bit more so than the Trail, I feel like I can really trust the Defy on, again, like I said, those pro level lines. Like when I really want to play serious disc golf and score well, I want discs that, regardless of what the wind is doing, I can just slam flat and just get a push and a fade. That's really when most people are going to play their best disc golf. You don't really want to play with discs that are going to get squirrely on you, which certain runs of MVP molds can absolutely do. So I personally like the Defy. It's got a nice mild dome on it, not quite as domey as the Trail, but it's got that reliable stability you're looking for when you're actually trying to score well. Really wrenched over on that one. Wow, that was going to fade back if it hadn't hit those trees. But the Defy has super reliable stability mixed with a great distance potential. So you're gonna get long pushing lines that have a reliable fade back to the left at the end. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what brand you would like to see me cover next in the comments down below. If you wanna make any changes to my list, also let me know. I'm super curious to see what you guys think about these types of videos. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys for continuing to watch and support the channel. It means the world to me. If you wanna save 10% on any discs, discgolfdealsusa.com/icebergtv. It'll save you 10% off at Disc Golf Deals USA. BergsDiscSports.com, code ICE20, 20% off, the #1 disc golf bag on the market. See you guys in the next one.